I will introduce you to our Capella add-on and bridge with Safety Architect. So, what does our add-on contain? So first, it integrates a safety viewpoint into Capella that will allow basic things to be done for the safety analysis. Secondly, it contains a smart bridge that will help the user to select information and share it from Capella to Safety Architect. So different scopes of analysis can be chosen depending on the user needs and the type of data to be exported. So for instance, it is possible to select a function, and if we select this scope, all the related functional elements will be automatically selected by the scope. And we have the same behavior for the components. If you select components, all the related components item will automatically be selected by the scope. The goal is to be sure that when you switch from Capella to Safety Architect, we want to ensure or to support the user to be sure that the user will not forget information when he switch from Capella to Safety Architect. We also offer 2 cross-selection modes, which mean, for example, that if you select function all associated components where the functions are allocated will be automatically selected. And conversely, you can select components, and in this case, automatically, all related functions will be added to the scope of the analysis. So I will show you all this during the demo, and I hope it will be more clear in the demo. And last thing, so both tools are connected. So like this, it improves the mean to share data between Capella and Safety Architect. And I will also show you that we are able to navigate from Capella to Safety Architect. So from Capella to Safety Architect, we can share data from the system analysis level and from the logical and physical architecture levels. And from each of these levels, data should be selected in architecture blank and data flow blank diagrams. For information, we maintain our add-on so that it remains compatible with our Safety Architect evolutions, and obviously also with the Capella evolution. Now, I will talk about the workflow we imagined when we started implementing our add-on and bridge with Capella. So at first, we need a system architecture. So this is the job of the system team. When you have first functional architecture, for instance, the system team and the safety team can have a meeting where the system team presents the system model to the safety team. And maybe they can also already talk about the safety, discuss about the hazard and things like this. Once the safety team is familiar with the system model, they can select the information in Capella that they want to export to Safety Architect. For this task, the user is assisted by the smart bridge that I presented earlier, and the bridge will help the user to make sure that they don't forget any information when they switch from Capella to Safety Architect. Next step, we export the data to Safety Architect. And next, we perform the safety analysis as I already show you during the Safety Architect demonstration. So we perform the local safety analysis. To perform the local safety analysis, if you don't want to navigate in the system architecture in Safety Architect, you can navigate in the system architecture in Capella to open the corresponding view in Safety Architect. Again, I will show you this during the demo. Next, we can perform the safety analysis, so generate FTA, FMEA table, etc. If needed, safety mechanism must be added. And when the safety team reach the safety goal, we can export information to Capella. And the only thing that we can export from Safety Architect to Capella is the safety critical function chain. The safety critical function chain is like a representation of the failure propagation in the system architecture. Again, I will show you this during the demo. And this safety critical function chain can be used for the safety team to present to the system team what are the issues in the system architecture, where the safety analysis has been performed, etc. So it is the next step. System team and safety team must have a meeting again, where the safety team presents the result of the safety analysis and present the needed safety mechanism. And maybe all the safety mechanism can be implemented. So maybe we need to find trade-off with the system team to reach the safety goal. And when both teams are agree with the safety mechanism to implement, the system team can modify the system architecture. And now that the system architecture has changed, we can perform again all this process, because all this process is iterative, and the goal is to reach the safety goal, and also to reach the system constraints, etc. So I can start the demonstration of the bridge between Capella and Safety Architect. So as you already know, this is Capella. So first we have to install the safety add-on in Capella. So after the installation of the safety add-on in Capella, you will see a Safety Architect logo in the Capella toolbar. This Safety Architect logo indicates if both tools are launched and if both tools are connected. In this case, Safety Architect logo is in color. It indicates that both tools are correctly connected. In Safety Architect, we have a connection logo, which presents the same information. Okay, so I imported the Capella example, the in-flight entertainment system. And now I'm going to show you how we can share data between Capella and Safety Architect. So first, I'm going to show you this on a functional architecture. So I'm going to open a high-level functional architecture. So this is a functional architecture of the in-flight entertainment system. And now we want to use the safety viewpoint in the project. So for this, first we have to enable the safety viewpoint for the project. So for this, right click. Okay, back. Okay, so simply right click on the safety viewpoint and click on reference. And now the safety viewpoint is active for the project. But now, if you want to use this safety viewpoint in the diagram, you have to enable the safety layer. Now, when the safety layer is active, it added a new item in the palette, and we can also see red square around the port it indicates on which port we can add feared events. So here, for instance, I'm going to add a feared event here. I can change the name of this feared event. I can choose on which kind of failure mode this feared event will be allocated. So for instance, absent. Okay. And now it's the only thing that we can do for the safety viewpoint in Capella. Now we have to export the information to Safety Architect to conduct the safety analysis. So for this, for instance, I can select all. I have to go to the scope feature and create a new scope. So as I am at a functional architecture level, I'm going to select function because I want to export all the selected function to Safety Architect. Okay. And thanks to the scope, the scope indicated that 90 elements were selected manually, but the scope detected that 7 implicit items must also be added to the scope to be sure that you will not forget information when we will switch from Capella to Safety Architect. And in the middle, we have all the tree view of the Capella project. So again, if you want to select manually other information that you want to export to Safety Architect, you can select it manually here. And now we can export to Safety Architect. So as I already told you, both tools are connected. So I can simply click on Export to Safety Architect, and it automatically creates a new project in Safety Architect. And now we can conduct the safety analysis in Safety Architect. So at this stage, we are at a functional level. So maybe we want to conduct a functional hazard analysis. So we are going to add this file in the project and perform and fill this table. And to fill the analysis, if you want to add information in the local safety analysis of the function, so as you can see, we can't keep the layout between Capella to Safety Architect. That's why we allow to navigate from Capella to Safety Architect. So for instance, if we want to add information in this function, we can right-click, Safety Architect, open a relevant diagram, and it automatically opens the corresponding view for this function in Safety Architect. And for instance, here, we can see that in Capella, we only have the function manage video and audio diffusion, but thanks to the scope detected that this function has sub-function, and the scope identified that the sub-function could be useful for the safety analysis. That's why here we have the sub-function in the function manage video and audio diffusion. Now I can open the local safety analysis of this function, and it's inside. I can see the failure mode, etc. And here I can see a failure mode where we see the feared event or the hazard that we added in Capella. And now we have to perform the analysis as I already showed you during the Safety Architect demonstration. Okay, so I can quit this. Okay. Now I'm going to present you an export between Capella to Safety Architect through at a physical level. I skip the logical level because at the physical level there is many information. So I think it is a more interesting level. So I open a PAB. In this PAB, I have a function, logical component, and physical component. Again, if I want to use the safety viewpoint in this diagram, I have to enable the safety layer. Now, if I want, but it's not mandatory, but if I want, I can add a field event on a port. Again, if I want, I can change the name. I can choose on which kind of failure mode it will be allocated. And again, now we have to select the information that we want to export from Capella to Safety Architect. So to show you another type of example of another type of scope, I'm going to select only the functional chain that is represented by this blue square. So I only select one item and I create a new scope. And this time I'm going to choose the scope functions to components. It means that this scope will select all the related function based on my selection and all the related components where the functions are allocated. So logical components and physical components. I have the same principle for the components. If I selected components, I could use the nature components to function. And in this case, all the functions that are allocated on the components that I selected will be automatically added by the scope. So I choose this one. Okay. The scope is computed, and we have the result of this of the scope. It indicates that I selected only one item, the functional chain, and the scope identifies that 153 items are needed to be sure that you will not forget information to conduct your safety analysis on the item we selected. So in this case, the functional chain. And again, if you want, in the middle, you have all the tree view of the Capella model. So if you want, you can again manually select other information, other items. And now, again, we can export to Safety Architect. And again, it creates a new project in Safety Architect. And this project contains all the information that has been selected by the scope. So again, as we can see, we can't conserve the layout between Capella and Safety Architect. And in this architecture, there is many different links, many different information. So we try to work on the arrange all feature, but when the architecture is very complex, it's very difficult to automatically organize the layout. But it's possible. I can show you that it's possible, but obviously it requires a bit of effort. So to show you, I already exported the same diagram and I organize the layout just to show you that it's possible to get something more readable in Safety Architect. But again, it requires a bit of effort. But as I already show you for the functional architecture, if you don't want to work on the layout in Safety Architect, you can completely navigate from Capella to Safety Architect. Simply right-click on an item, Safety Architect, open a relevant diagram, and in Safety Architect, it opens the corresponding view to conduct the local safety analysis of this item. In this case, of this function. Here we can see the field event logo, hazard logo. And again, we can see here the field event that we added in Capella. And now we can perform the local safety analysis. So I'm not going to perform all the local safety analysis, but just for the demo, I'm going to add a bit of information. Okay. Next, it's POP3, right click, Safety Architect, open a relevant diagram. POP3 news, for instance. And again, we have to do it for all the function and components of the architecture. But just for the demo, I only filled 2 local safety analysis. Another thing, between when we another difference between Capella and Safety Architect is that in Capella, we mainly use the exchange between the function and the link between the components, and we mainly rename this exchange and links. But in Safety Architect, it's a bit different. We mainly work with the port, but unfortunately, in Capella, by default, all the ports have the name FOP1, FIP2, etc., etc. So in Safety Architect, it's a bit difficult to identify the port because we are more used to work with the name of the links in Capella. So for this, I implemented a Python script. So I used the add-on Python for Capella, and I implemented a script that can automatically rename all the ports of the model. So it will add the name of the action or of the link to the port. So for instance, this port will become FOP3 packetized audio stream, etc., for all the ports. Like this, it's easier to navigate in Safety Architect. Okay, so I did the safety local analysis. And now, as I told you, it is not mandatory to add a feared event in Capella. But what is interesting when you add a feared event or a hazard in Capella is that you can generate the fault tree from Capella. So right click, Safety Architect, and run global safety analysis. And in Safety Architect, it automatically generates the fault tree. And again, another interest when we generate the fault tree from Capella is that it automatically creates a critical functional chain. So the critical functional chain has been created in the Capella model, but we don't see it in this diagram. To see it, we have to click in the palette. We see that in the model, a critical functional chain exists, and we select it because we want to see it in the diagram. Okay, and we can see the safety critical functional chain in the diagram. Here, in this case, obviously, the functional chain and the safety critical functional chain overlaps because the starting point of my analysis is based on the functional chain. That's why they overlaps. But in other diagrams, I could have a critical functional chain that is independent from the functional chain. Okay, so I almost finished the presentation of this demo. Yes, one last information about the bridge between Capella and Safety Architect. So if you perform modification in Capella, in the system architecture, you will need to export again the information to Safety Architect. But in Safety Architect, it creates a new project. So in the new project, you will not have the safety information, the local safety analysis that you did in the previous architecture. But no problem, in Safety Architect, we have a specific feature which is called interactive merge in the tool. Internally, we also call it a diff merge function that allow you to compare two versions of a project. And like this, you are able to import information from the previous project to the new one. And like this, you don't need to conduct again all the safety analysis of all the components and functions.